Today we are reviewing the Academy reunion. I think it's like the last 24 or 24 hours or something like that. So let's get this started, okay? So part one, because I think this is going to be a multiple part series. So only part one. So when we get to watching, right? Let's start. Girls are coming off the plane. I think it's LaRue, Shaba, Queen D. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. And Monty. So they get off the plane, I guess, at different times, and they all go to the car. So they're all in there. They're talking, asking like who has drama with who. And Monty's like, oh well, I know they're bringing somebody that they got a surprise for me, which is Bree, right? Because we gonna talk about that later. So they were just talking about who they gonna go out after. I don't think that LaRue really said anything, but that's what happened. So LaRue was in there, and LaRue, mind you, Brett, I think LaRue's pregnant. And I say pregnancy because weight gain could be another thing. I'm not gonna body shame her because I'm not sure. But I say pregnant because her nose has spread and her face is a little thicker. That's the reason why I say pregnant. So I'm like, oh, if she's pregnant, she don't need to be here. Because it's only going to be fighting, right? So, no, it's Hood Baby. It's not Queen D. It's Hood Baby. So, let's talk about it. Hood Baby comes out with the bundles. I don't know how long. Let's say 28, 29. Let's say 30 inches. Red hair. Bust down. I was like, okay. She took that 10K and brought her some hair with it. I see. I'm not mad at you. But you could tell that she really came this time and really put a little more effort into her looks, which I appreciate it. Not like it's for me, but like I'm happy that she's feeling herself. And then Monty come out being beautiful as like per usual. Shaba is shabaing, and then there's LaRue, and Monty's on one. Like she is popping her shit. Mind you, I am not really sure what is transpiring, right? I just know from what I seen online. So she was talking about how they brought somebody, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier. They brought somebody for her, which was Bree. Her and Bree were beefing, but Bree is supposed to be on the next season of the Academy, which I don't think that's really gonna help Bree because Bree is beyond one, like for real. Because wasn't she dating like Wanye or something like that? And then they said that Monty took Wanye from her, or she was entertaining her bitch or whatever. Mind you, Monty said it's not like that, but that happens on later on in the season, well in the episode. But even if it is, what's the point of fighting? And then Monty comes in and pulls up on you. And I've seen this personally, not like in person, but I seen it on social media when it happened. Like, we all know Bree be swimming. She don't really be fighting. She swims. So like Monty had her boom, 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 like just going at it because we know Monty can fight. And like Bree is small, but she always want to act so tough, and I'm like, Bree, you need to calm down because your mouth is gonna write you a check that you cannot cash, and 9 times out of 10, unless it's like Queen D or something, you really can't cash it. You really can't. You gonna have to fight a turtle. You can't cash it. Stop. You always want to fight and argue, like argue within your limits. That's what I believe. Argue within your limits. And then, I guess they finished talking about that. And Monty, why are you breathing heavy? What is wrong with you? And then, Shaba was talking about how she has issues with Heaven. What happened? What happened between Heaven and Shaba where it's so bad that they have to fight each other? But we already know Heaven be on one, and nobody knows what. If you get out that cage, I'm telling you, follow. We already know Heaven be on one for real, and she really wants, like, I don't know what it is. She wants to assert dominance. She always wants to, like, I guess one up people, and it's like you really can't do that. But it's fine. I'm not really gonna talk too much. We already know how I feel about Heaven, so that is that. So then we fast forward, and they, like, what is it? LaRue, Hood Baby, on them get into the house, right? So I think Hood Baby immediately fights, what is that girl's name? Bella. And they wasted no time. And I can't really remember the fight well, but I think Hood Baby got Bella. Per usual, I don't think Bella could really fight, but that's not here nor there. So they wasted no time. Boom, 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 boom. Like, it was just crazy. I was like, oh my god. So they fight, and that goes on. And then Hood Baby stops, like, between their round 2. Hood Baby's like, does anybody else want to fight? Does anybody else want to fight? And Bella comes back, and she starts fighting her again. So then, I didn't know this, but turns out Jess has a problem with Hood Baby. But then Hood Baby talks about Jess's dad, and I think she said something else about that girl. And let's say this. Jess beat Hood Baby's ass one time. And you think you talk about that girl daddy? And he not here now. He not here. You can't just say some wild off the wall shit because you feel like it. Because he not here. So that shit is different now. So Jess mopped, like, without hesitation, Hood Baby. And if security wasn't there, I wouldn't want to see what it would look like. Because I don't think she would stop. Because you're not going to talk about that girl daddy. You're not going to talk about her daddy. You're not going to talk about her people. So, you know, and that goes on to stop writing checks that you can't cash. That check gonna be voided. Like, I don't understand. Why would you do that? And Hood Baby's like, oh, well, I felt like that's what's best. You started with me. If we talk about anything else, if I'm coming at you about the way your apartment looks, talk about how my apartment looks, how my car looks. Do not bring up my people's, because that is totally different. Now we're going into territory that nobody needs to be skating on. And when you skate on thin ice, you're going to go in the water. Okay, so then that stops, and then Hood Baby always want to be like, I asked, and Jess was like, I was being polite. I wanted y'all to get y'all one time. I didn't jump in. I didn't do anything. And because Hood Baby always want to feel like she's justified. She is not, but that's besides the point. So then I think Sapphire comes, right? And Sapphire's like, oh, so what's the issue? And then they start talking about Bree again. And then it turns out Bree talked about, what's her name? Monty's dad and her kid. And I'm like, Bree, you're skating on thin ice. Why would you? I don't know if Mommy's dad is here or not, or alive, let's say that. But leave them out of it. Leave the kids, leave the dad, leave all of that out of it, right? Especially when you cannot fight. If you can fight, say whatever you want to say. Do whatever you want to do. You can be as conniving as you want to be. You're doing all of that, you're popping all of that. And let's start with this. If you've seen Brie, she always has the same, like, 3 hairstyles. Every time you come on national TV. Switch it up. Switch it up. And it's so annoying because outside of this, I don't know what Bree's doing. Not like I follow her. Not like I follow most of the girls. But you might see a glimpse of Monty. You might see a glimpse of people here and there. I don't see Bree at all. Like, I don't know what she's doing at all. So it's like, stop. Just, like, mind your business and go back into your cave or whatever. And then Cash comes. I dislike Cashmere with a passion. I don't like her. I don't like the way her teeth look. I don't like her attitude. I think for a 304, you really need to get yourself together before you come and pop shit at people. Let's start there, right? So Cash come in and she immediately starts fighting E.T. And it breaks my heart because I don't know if E.T. a little rusty, but Cash got the best of E.T. She really did. And it pains me to say that. It really do. It really pains me. Because when I was like, oh, they gonna fight, I just knew E.T. was gonna mock her. Because we've already seen Cash fight in South Central Baddies and at the reunion, right? Cash really don't be having legs to stand on. Like, she wants to bully younger, like, littler people. So I don't know if she been having to fight them pimps or whatever. But she's done something different. But I don't really like that. I didn't like how it went. But we'll see, because episode 2 ain't came out yet. That's this Sunday. Episode 2 hasn't came out yet, so maybe they're gonna do a round 2, and maybe Cash get mopped. But the first round she did not, and that pains me. It's okay. You win some, you lose some. All right. And then Cash did Hood Baby in. She really did. But if we look at all of Hood Baby's fights, I'm thinking she really, like, sometimes they were tied. They weren't really, like, specifically she's the winner. So I'm not really surprised by it, but I don't like Cash. And then Cash was like, oh, my tooth got knocked out. Baby, if you could just place it back in, it's more than okay. All right? And the fact that, I don't know how old Cash is, but I'm going to say, like, she's in her late 20s because she looks old. For you to have disposed, like, teeth that could just come in and out your mouth, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? And yes, that is me talking shit because I don't understand. And not saying, like, some people, like, they were addicted to drugs, they're like, they have things that go on. And I just want to know, because I don't think Cashmere will change. And then, okay, I don't think y'all know this. I don't know. I'm bringing some social media stuff other than the TV show. So Cash is all specific. We're going to do air quotes, allegedly, still coming at Liddy, right? And then Liddy exposed Cash for having nothing, like wearing people's wigs, clothes, and all of that. And even though that was set on the season, it was posted recently. And I was just like, oh my, well, the season of South Central Baddies. And then it was posted recently. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, at this age, right? And I'm not saying people fall on hard times, people have things that happen to them. But at my grown age, at my big grown age, if I wear some of my friends, it's immediately going back to them. And none of my friends and I have the same taste. But if I was to wear something, if I was to wear my boyfriend's anything, it's not mine. It's going back to him. But like, I just don't get it. Like, what do you have? Well, like, what do you have? What do you keep? What do you have that's like actually that makes sense? Because anytime you see Cash, it's never like, even on her Instagram, because I do follow her, just cause like I just want to see what's going on, and it's never like, oh my gosh, she looks so cute today. It's always like, oh wow, that's what we putting on. Every time I see her, and it's not like she's an entertainer. Like I'm always taken aback. I'm like, she looks like Wanda from Holiday Heart. She really do. That's her. So I'm starting referring to her as Wanda, and that's the end of that. Once again, I thank you all for watching. What is this? My video. I really do. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you want to share it, share it. We're gonna try to get to 200 subscribers. I know that it's such a low number, but for me, like, just to even have 100 subscribers, I haven't said any of this. Like, when all of this happened, when I hit 100, I didn't make a video or anything about it, but I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everyone subscribing to my channel, people who do. And I know there's extra people who are not subscribing. There's actually about 40 of y'all who come back regularly. Because I look at my analytics. It's 40 of y'all. Just go on subscribe. If you're going to come back, just go on subscribe. Save yourself the hassle. Just come on over here. You know, it's a good time. I'm going to get my content up. I moved into my new place. We could do a little whatever you want to do with this when it gets together. We can have fun. Y'all want me to do lives? We can do lives. Whatever you want. I'm here for it. Because I want this to be my life. I want this to be my everything. I'm tired of working a 9 to 5, even though I love what I do. But yeah, I'll see y'all guys when I make my next video. Hopefully it's like Friday. But bye.